Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy. The one to show me now and forever. No, you'll never be alone again. All day, oh yeah, all day. Please stay in my arms, boy. The one to show me if we're together. It don't matter if it rains. All day, oh yeah, all day. As long as you're in my arms, boy.
As long as you're in my arms, boy.
Stop, fuckers!
I'm in such a weird place right now.
It's okay.
It's good for you.
I'm like
It's good for
finishing
your
eating
soul.
right now. And then I'll show you guys what I'm
My
working on.
glasses are all messed up.
So are mine. I can't wear them anymore. They actually make my eyes worse. It's pretty damn bad, isn't it? So one of the things that we don't have today is anything planned. So I told everyone to bring the
Hi,
things that
Brittany.
they're working on. My eyes are so bad I had to blow up these instructions so I could read them.
Hi, Polite.
I'm polite. Hello, Brittany. But I'm working on gauntlets for my Snow White character, my Snow White Legacies character. So it's either her granddaughter or great granddaughter. I haven't decided yet. Oh, and this is a blank page. We don't need it.
That's what I'm doing. There's a little know me, but I'm doing them in gray and white. And it's the ombre gray and white from Red Heart.
Now, if I had this yarn, I'd be doing it in this yarn. When I show you guys the picture, it's just the yarn is absolutely beautiful. Hi, Mel.
I am doing this. Hold on. Wait.
I love that design.
Hold on, wait. There we go. I'm doing this,
I love it.
which is a phoenix bird that I made.
It's a phoenix.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you can
Very
see it
cool.
or not. No, it's back.
I can. It took me a second, but I could. But I can't see shit. So these gauntlets, this is only a piece of them, but these are the gauntlets I'm making. And that's dragon scale stitch.
Oh, because
And I
it
know
looks better on the
earlier on the
TV.
makeup table, I thought I had to change the stitch. No, I just had to reread it for about the 12th time, 24 hours later, and
Well, Mel
realized
just
I was
finished a
doing
bunny
it wrong.
that her and Alexa made for her sister's birthday.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's
Hey.
exciting.
Oh.
So I want to hear all about the TikTok crafting drama.
What?
No, you don't.
Every
Stupid.
time I get on TikTok, somebody's having freaking drama about yarn.
You really want to know what it's about? People are
It's not-
pissed off because they're saying that a large creator is hoarding a specific color of yarn.
Seriously? What color? I don't
Retro
care.
stripes.
What is it?
Retro
Red
stripes.
heart?
Mm-hmm.
Red heart?
Because they made it.
Call
Because
Red
here's the
heart.
thing.
You can buy it by
Hold
the
on.
case.
Right, and that's exactly what they did. Was they contacted the manufacturer and they said, "I would like this in bulk," instead of, the rest of the world thinking, "Hey, this is what I can do too." They want to bitch because they can't go into a store and buy it because it's gone
Oh my
viral.
God. Okay, if there is something that you want across the board, let me tell you,
And that's just part
one
of
of
it.
the things that but one of the things that I learned growing up in Michigan. Here's a little story. So my mom needed a washer and dryer. And some boy who liked her decided he was going to send her a stackable washer and dryer. I'm going to have to plug in.
Yeah, you're kind of
to the
glitchy.
internet. I can tell.
Well, and then apparently there's somebody else that apparently asked the same creator what they made in a year, and they got blocked for it. And now there's this whole fight whether or not we should talk about what we make and what we don't make, and what we charge and what we don't charge throughout the entirety of the crafting world. And all of us crafters are like, look, we charge this much because you're paying for the product, our time, our effort, and possibly the pattern that we're having to use that we had to purchase so that you can have it, instead of you going to a store and buying something that was made in a sweatshop.
Right. First of all,
handmade item. There's a difference. You have to pay for
Exactly.
material, time, labor, and all that. Like this is our literal.
Now, here's the fun thing: is it was one crafter asking another, but instead of doing it behind the scenes, they did this publicly on a live, and then wondered why they got blocked.
All right, Miss Manners, you guys.
Sorry about your story.
Need your help, because Miss Manners 2.0 needs to be created. You people out there, you do not know how to read a freaking room.
That's awesome, by the way.
You don't know when to talk.
What happened?
Oh yeah, she did. She's like, they're
all congratulations.
Now, granted, when you go viral, you're gonna face hate, and you're gonna face a lot of support, and you're gonna have equal amounts of both, and you're gonna have, and believe it or not, crafters will hate on crafters because they don't have the same skill level, and they're like, oh, you made it look so easy. Well, yeah, because the one with the higher skill level, it was easy for them.
Right.
Both of the women I'm sitting in a room with have had years more than I have in the craft world. And yet you don't see me bitching, whining, complaining, or being jealous and saying anything hateful. No, I'm embracing them and I'm learning from them.
Oh, hell, I'm still learning. I started crocheting when I was about four.
I learn something new every goddamn day.
Truth. But, okay, and here's another thing about money. Is it appropriate for you to discuss wages with other people you work with? Never. No. So in the same realm, it is not appropriate to publicly talk together. Now, if somebody says, can we discuss in private, if I went up to Cherry and said, can I discuss pricing with you?
Yeah, absolutely. In private.
Because I need some help. In private.
In private,
I am more than happy to help anyone in private on pricing.
If you notice especially on TikTok, if somebody asks me what a price for an item is, I'm like, DM me, because I won't outright put my prices out there, because there may be somebody else who's like, oh, I'll do it cheaper. No, we're not going to talk about money on screen. We'll talk about that behind the scenes.
Right. And here's another thing. Some of us actually went to classes about
fuck off, Ducky. Right.
Business, art, business. Classes. Those are completely different business classes. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something you all are going to hate. If I priced my stuff the way Savannah College of Art and Design told me I should price my stuff, you'd be paying triple what I charge. Triple.
And honestly, here's the thing.
Because I'm supposed to be making at least $500 a week per item. Mm-hmm. That I create.
Mel made a really cute joke, by the way.
People don't understand that.
She found a bunch of cute Pokemon amigurumi patterns, and she's going to try them all.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That's a fucking mosquito. I wasn't trying to hit you, Ducky. God damn it, die! I wasn't trying to hit you, baby. I promise. But you're not crawling in my lap. Anyway, sorry.
That's okay. And another thing is, don't ever expect to be a professional crafter, and I'm using quotes in my head, just so you know. If you're going to make large lots of anything, you are not going to have enough yarn to buy at any store front. None. No,
you want to build up your yarn stock.
If you're going to up the game and start getting, if you're gonna up the game and go to the homespun stuff and the silk and the sari and the bamboo, and you're going to go to the specialty store, good luck getting an entire scheme.
Right.
let alone enough for a full project. Y'all are funny. That's not the way it works. You're going to have to either start spinning yourself or learn how to buy bulk. And it's actually really simple, especially when it's Red Heart. Red Heart will sell you bulk like nobody's business because their dye lights are per factory. They're black. You know why they're black? It's usually the same black across the board. And one of the few yarn companies that they're black is black across the board because some of them come in like 5 different shades depending on what lot it is. But you can trust that Red Heart's black is going to be the same black every time you buy it because there's one factory that does that one color.
Yeah.
And that's it. They have the money to do it because they also provide service to the large companies that make the acrylic sweaters that you buy at Walmart.
Yeah.
So you have to know who you're calling. Peaches and Cream. Oh man, the internet killed me with Peaches and Cream. Peaches and Cream used to have mystery boxes that you could buy. And when you pay $25 with a mystery box, I used to get $200 to $300 worth of yarn. And some of them were off lots, which I don't care. If I'm using cotton, I don't care. Because I'm usually making washcloths or dish towels.
All right.
If not, I've bought cones to make baby. Like if I'm doing baby dresses or something like that.
What I'm gathering from what's going on in the fiber world on TikTok is, yeah, it's going crazy, and it's the smaller creators that haven't gone viral that are attacking the larger creators who have gone viral,
right? Because
they're like, well, you're hoarding not only the yarn that you went viral on, and you should share that with everybody. And you should lower your prices so that everybody else can share. You know what? No, they put the time and effort in. They got the luck of the fucking draw. And if you don't like it, there's other things that you can do. Not only that.
Move on. There's other venues besides TikTok.
Well, not just that. Yeah, they went viral and their Etsy shop is absolutely packed right now. Okay. But they're also putting in the time off screen to make those products where you're sitting here going, well, I want it because you had it, so it should be instant gratification for me. And that's not how it works. I straight out made a video the other day. It was a joke about I wanted to know what the tea was, and somebody told me part of what the story was. And I legitimately said the people that are going around telling other people that you shouldn't charge as much as you do need to either shut up and fucking finance the people who are making the products or shut the fuck up. Because if you don't finance, fuck, or feed somebody, shut the fuck up.
It's true.
Cherry Rants, Monday nights, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Times.
8 p.m.
I'm sorry.
That is actually going to be one of the rants that I
We won't be here 8 a.m., I swear.
And the thing is like you can go to sites like Michael's, their app and their website. There are some of the yarns that you cannot buy unless you buy 6 skeins or more at a time. And that's perfectly logical.
I remember I was doing a blanket and I had to get enough for like 3 blankets to get the color this person wanted. And I told them I'm going to have to charge you more. You can't just walk into a store sometimes and
pick up all that.
Right.
It's just,
people are unreal.
They really
and I don't understand why people don't think they should buy multiple skeins.
I buy 3 at a time, at least, depending on the project. If I like the color, I buy 3 at a time.
Well, depending on the project, I make sure I get all of the yarn that I need. And if they don't have all of that brand that I'm looking at, then I go find another brand.
Right. And then somebody was on a TV about not to use acrylic yarn. I
usually buy at least 2 extra skeins.
So, and then the other argument was don't use acrylic yarn because it's cheap. I'm sorry. Acrylic yarn was one of the most hypoallergenic yarns you are going to find. There is ways to soften it up so it's not so scratchy. Not only that.
Okay.
Let me tell you the price hike on buying more expensive yarn, like homespun yarn. And I'm not downing anybody who does use or spins their own yarn, because that is some shit that I ain't got patience for. Any other kind of material other than acrylic yarn, there is going to be a price hike. So therefore, when you make a project and you sell that project, yes, the price is going to be higher. There are people out there who can only use acrylic yarn because they're allergic to other fibers. I use Dollar Tree yarn for shit.
Wool, when I get special orders for wool, I have to wear gloves, and y'all don't know how sweaty my fat little digits get in those. But if I don't, I will be adding true blood and sweat to the project. Because my knuckles crack open from the lanolin.
Right.
But I have used it and I have spun it, but it's expensive. Like, it's not like, okay, when I lived other places, sometimes I could get free wool. Here, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm going to let you all in on a secret. Listen carefully, any fiber artists who are listening right now. You want wool and you want to learn how to spin, call your local 4-H farmers. Mm-hmm. They have tons of wool they want to get rid of. Because what they're doing is they're teaching the kids how to shear. So it's odd lots. They can't sell it.
Right.
They can't sell it to industry. But they can sell it to you for next to nothing. Or most of the time, they just give it to you and say, thank you, get it out of here. I had a lot of wool that my senior year during fiber arts class, I had primo content. And it was only because I knew who to call. Also, 4-H, depending on where you live, cotton buds. If you live in the Georgia, South Dakota, Georgia, and wherever they have cotton, there are certain places that have cotton buds. And what is when it goes to the cotton gin, which is not exactly like the old ones, but the newer ones. There are pieces that are left over with cotton still in them. Not a lot, but enough. And you can get those and pull them out. It's not fun. You will bleed. But if you want free stuff, here's another thing. Go to the thrift store. The ones that sell by the pound, which they are. If you have one that sells by the pound, grab any cotton t-shirt you can get your hands on and start cutting strips. You can make anything out of cotton strips. My grandmother used to make rugs out of any old, if we were done wearing clothes, it didn't go to the thrift store. It got put into a rug. She had the most gorgeous rugs too. Oh my God, they were beautiful. They were like mandalas. They're absolutely gorgeous. But it's just people just run by the dollar so much. It drives me crazy.
Right. It's just it's quite literally people being petty because somebody else has something they want.
I'm sorry, you guys.
You're fine.
Why are people mean to each other?
Because they're jealous.
Right. There's no other reason.
There's no other reason.
Well, I mean, that coincides with somebody else has something that specific person wants.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
Yep. Great. It's usually jealousy.
And take this off.
And the thing is there's enough room in the craft world for all of us. Quite literally.
You guys, like, for real, this is like a place for everyone. Like, literally.
And here's another thing is if there's something, okay, we'll take graph ganning, for example. I despise graph ganning. I could make a shitload of money off of graph ganning, but I choose to not do that because it stresses me the fuck out. So if somebody comes to me and says, hey, I've got this design, can you do it? Yeah, I can do it, but I'm going to direct you towards somebody who's going to enjoy doing it more than I'm going to do. And more than likely, I'm going to charge a lot more than they are because it pisses me off that much. Hi, Myrtle. I'm a cotton strip. Hashtag Cherry made me do it. Hashtag it's all Jimmy's fault. And here's the thing is when I refer you to somebody else, it's somebody else that I know. So I'm sharing another customer with somebody that I know to help them out. So it's just, this is what happens when you give the power of the internet to idiots. They start doing stupid shit, trying to get attention for something that they're just, it's stupid. It's just stupid.
It's just stupid.
I have people that crochet just like I do that order stuff from me on a regular. They're like, I can't do what you do. And that's fine. Because there's stuff that they do that I can't.
And it's not even always a can't. It's I don't wanna. See, I can crochet. I can do Insaria. I can do we called it Tucson. What were you calling it?
Tuscan.
Oh, Tunisian.
Yeah, there it is, Tunisian. Tuscan.
I'm like, I know we called it the wrong thing because it was my grandma's thick accent. We couldn't.
No. Because so it's actually the way it's spelled out and pronounced is actually Tunisian.
Yeah, but Vixie lawed it. People, but I'm good at this stuff. I don't enjoy doing it half the time. I just don't. It's not my bliss. I'm just good at it. It's one of, as my husband would call them, my post-apocalyptic skill set. I'm good at it. I can do it. If I want something, I do it. It's like the horns. When Sherry brought up that Baphomet, and I was like, I want those horns, but I want them on a headband. But I don't want to do them.
Just to let you know, you're going to need a really thick headband for that because those things are like that big around on the bottom. They're a good 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
I have a couple inch ones.
Okay.
The big bands.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm absolutely going to make them for Vixie and send them to her when she reminds me in like a week and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say probably 2 weeks.
And another thing that people get pissed off about. Hold on, let me get to. Damn it!
Who's playing?
Like when friends and family come up and they're like, "Hey, can you make this for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and this is what it's going to cost. Oh, so you're going to charge me even though I'm a friend or a family member? I'm absolutely going to charge you because you know what? If there was something that you made that I wanted, you would charge me for that. If you don't like it, you can go to a fucking store and go buy something that's not even going to last half the amount of time that what I'm going to make you is going to last.
Right.
I saw some horns last time I was at Walmart. Wait, what? Somebody's eating paint chips again? God damn it. Jimmy, yes, Mel's glasses are yours. Polite wins again. Mel said, lay off the paint chips.
So, guys, I was going on about how I couldn't figure out this pattern. And I'm going to have to add a stitch.
And she was wrong.
Pattern wrong. So I reread it, and I was like, you know what? I was done wrong. I done did it wrong. But that's okay. Because I kept trying till I finally figured it out. And I read it in front of Cherry like 3 times before I figured what I was doing wrong. It was they used SK instead of the word skip. And it completely fucked my brain. I'm telling you.
Well, and that's another thing, Brittany, is I've told people that I order from, like if I order whatever I'm ordering, and I know that they're a small business, I'm like, hey, I'm down to trade equal value.
Equal value, yeah.
Because I'm not going to make them a king size fucking blanket for a fucking pencil.
Yeah. No, that's not going to happen. Hell, I have people work off stuff around the house or in my garden. No, Mel's pencils are different. She meant a pencil.
I was just trying to pop off with something like I was going to say jewelry, but I didn't want to offend anybody who makes jewelry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I completely lost count. It's a good thing I'm using a stitch marker today.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are some people I have made deals with, and I've sent the stuff off, and I've never received what I was told I was going to get.
There was somebody that.
And then you never do it again.
There was somebody in the resin art world on TikTok that she had sent me something, and she got a hold of me, and she says, "Hey, one of my relatives is doing a big deal. Do you have anything you want to donate?" And I was like, "Oh, absolutely. I have a box full of stuff." that I can go ahead and donate. And I did. And then I asked her, I said, hey, I need you to make me this specific thing. Can you do that? She said, yeah. I was like, how much is it going to cost? And she told me, and I sent her the money. Do you think I've seen that? And this was 4 months ago.
Oh my God.
She disappeared off the internet and then comes back. And I know she read the message and she has yet to respond.
Huh.
Am I pissed? A little bit. But you know what? That karma is going to catch her, not me.
That's true.
Yeah, Jimmy, don't press the big red button.
Jesus, Jimmy. You're going to be the reason I have to pull out my apocalyptic skill set, post-apocalyptic skill set.
Makes him want to do it more. Okay, fine. Press the red button, see what happens.
I'm going to show up on a store. Jimmy, you done did it.
You done did it. Ugh. Now, granted, I don't charge what I should charge. But
no, you don't.
Here's the thing about that is I live paycheck to paycheck, just like a lot of the rest of the world. And even what I do charge sometimes is like people have to scrape that together to get it.
Yeah.
And depending on the order is good. The amount of the order is going to depend on whether I'm going to charge shipping or not. And let me tell you, I have literally eaten hundreds of dollars in the last year in shipping alone.
Oh my God, shipping is crazy.
It is. But those people have also come back and ordered more. And I've also, like, there was one order where I actually, like, if it's a pattern that I've picked up and the person that wrote the pattern actually sells the pattern, I will sell it for exactly what they sell it for. And I've gotten people to tell me, oh, you shouldn't charge what they charge because your name isn't as big as theirs. I don't give a fuck. I put my time and effort in it, and I'm not charging what I should be for you to have this.
Yeah. Well, I had one friend who wanted me to do this dragon. It's an African, it's called the African Violet Square, which it's not a square, actually. They're octagons. And they're not easy, but it didn't take me very long to figure it out. But it was a process because it was nothing I'd ever done before. And I looked at it and I said, I could probably do it, but I'm going to need you to get the pattern because I'm not sure on the square. I can see how they made it into a dragon. So she bought the pattern, which I didn't realize how much the pattern was. It was ungodly. It was like $65 pattern.
Holy shit!
The dragon was almost as big as me when I was done with it.
Oh. Like, I don't pay, okay, the most expensive I've ever paid a pattern for is like $11, but it was 3 patterns in one.
But then she turned around and bought me all of them because she loved the dragon so much. I said, I probably am not going to make these. She goes, I just want you to have them in case you want to make them and sell them.
Well, and that's another reason why I don't charge for my patterns when I purchase them. And I'll tell people, you find the pattern that you want, and I'll buy it, and I won't charge you for it because I'm going to turn around later and use that pattern again.
Yeah, and I told her she had to, I'm like, you got to buy material.
If it comes down to something that I can't afford, then yeah, you're going to buy that pattern. And I'm also going to send you the paper copy of that pattern when I'm done because you bought it.
And that's another one of she's a crocheter too. But what she does is blankets and hats. That's it. She's like, I don't do anything. So she's the one who bought me that Star Wars thing I sent you, doll.
That I've actually gone outside of the realm of headwear and blankets because I didn't think I was actually going to like doing amigurumi style shit. And that
is very much, you either like it or you don't.
Right. And typically I try to stay away from licensed products. Like, you know how Mel was making the joke about Pokemon? I will try very hard to stay away from commercially licensed products because I don't need to be sued because I crocheted something that looks like a Pokemon. Like the rabbit, I literally, in the pattern, it says it's a free pattern. Do not sell this. You can gift it.
Right. Yes.
So I'm not going to sell the rabbit. It's going to be put in the loot box. You make blankets, pillows, and little purses. Yeah, see, there you go.
Better
Everybody
let
has
us
their own
know.
thing.
Because Yeah, and I did a few years back I started getting into it's called freestyle crochet, and either you love doing it or you don't. You don't start with a pattern, you just start going. And I made a couple recycled jean purses with flaps that were all done in different colors and styles, and it's almost like a 3D art. And people don't want to pay for it. It's because it's very time consuming. It's very much like paying for an oil painting, only it's 3-dimensional and useful. So you can only do, but I enjoyed doing that for a while. I really did.
Right.
And if you're into textures, like if you have a texture thing where you like different textures, look up freestyle crochet blankets. You will get, because you have all the different fibers are usually intertwined. It's not just one fiber, it's all different fibers. It's all different stitches. It goes in swirls and all different kinds of stuff depending on what the artist is doing. And they make some of the best fidget things for kids. They're really nice, and they're usually a lot sturdier than some of the stuff they have out nowadays. Are you okay?
Sorry, I'm counting.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be cutting cardboard out to put on the bottom of this. I'll cut it out later.
By the by, we're having after this, we're having Don't Starve With Me on Twitch.
You're doing this and you're not doing it slow enough. It's okay. It's okay. Don't stress about it. It's fine.
The only thing I was worried about is if it was actual piped in from a, if it's him playing, you can come on. I don't care.
It's you?
But is he playing or is it radio? Then we can have it on the channel then if he's playing. If you don't mind.
It's not gonna bother me.
But you can tell him later that he's an asshole.
Wait, is this an adult or a child?
It depends. Depends on how you.
Is it the adult child?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna send you a cast iron, and you can just whack him in the head till he goes to sleep.
I'll have to do that. I'll just put arsenic in the. I mean,
no. For legal reasons, you guys, that was a joke.
That was a joke. Both those things were jokes.
See that smile on her face? That's a joke.
See, we're laughing.
Ha 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 ha. Sorry. No, it's him. It's him playing. He got 2 new guitars in the past couple of weeks, and he's been playing them like crazy.
We need to get you some soundproofing. That might help. I'm going to start collecting egg cartons just so you can glue them to the walls.
Actually, there are these soundproof pads that are red and black on my wish list on the one for the studio.
Hey, guess what?
Aren't as expensive as they used to be. They used to be really expensive.
So you know the foam shit that you can get for kids that they can either take the letters out of. That's exactly what it is.
But I like the black and red ones, and they're about the same price as the ones you get for kids.
Yeah.
That stuff used to be a lot more expensive. Let me tell you, back when I was doing studio recordings, now there's some really cool ones that are new or made just for studios that I'd really like, but I really can't afford $65 a tile.
No, thank you.
I was like, God damn it. Oh, speaking of music, Monica from Sugar and Spit, they're touring Georgia right now.
Oh.
And so we'll probably be booking them on a Creators Corner in the near future. I told her to DM me. She's like, when can we come back? And I'm like, DM me. So that'll be cool.
Well, Myrtle, the reason why your house is soundproof is because it's an old church.
Yep.
It's gonna be
and
soundproof.
I'm jealous. Is that true? I'm jealous.
No, it is absolutely true. She does. She lives in an old church that was renovated. And she just said living in an old church has its advantages.
There was this one down the street from us when we lived in Cocoa, Florida. And it went for sale. And I called and was like, what's the price? And they said, 4.3 million.
No, thank you. Okay, so before we moved into this house,
4.3 million. It was acres of land. Not only was there the church, there was acres of land, and there were 3 other houses on that land, which I did not know. But I wanted it so bad.
Well, it's very common, especially in
the lady
Canada.
on this is like,
go ahead.
Oh yeah,
it's very common.
My friend, I grew up with friends who had elementary school.
So the house that we almost rented before we found this one was actually an old schoolhouse, and it's very common in Kansas to live in churches and schoolhouses and buildings that used to be something other than what it is, just because it's no longer being used. And
almost got a sugar mill in Pennsylvania. I almost did.
Almost?
Yeah. I decided not to stay in Pennsylvania.
I'm going to have to count the stitches on this row to make sure it's good after I'm done with it. Oh, my uterus is killing me today.
Rude.
It is. I told Justin and he was like, again? I was like, yeah, because I can control this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, here's the thing. Give me $100,000. I'll totally control it. I'll go ahead and motherfucker ripped out.
No, I was talking about that earlier. I was like, my period. I don't control my period.
No! It controls me. My hormones control this, and they're out of whack right now. I'm sorry, but somebody hand me $100,000, and I'll go have the motherfucker taken out, so I'm not such a fucking psycho all the time, okay? Because I don't enjoy having cramps the way that I have them. I don't enjoy not being able to leave the house because, my body's like, oh, you want to walk outside? No, you can't do that. It's physically impossible because we're just going to bleed everywhere.
All right.
Yeah, run down your leg. So I don't know. Can you guys even see what this looks like? Because I'm using one color.
I like that. It looks like a little crayon.
Yeah, the first row.
Doll, I want to see yours. I want to see yours. I want to see yours.
Oh, well, I messed up on it, but that's okay. I'll show you what I have right now. Let me just make sure this is right before I do anything.
But
I found a shawl that I want to do, and I'm going to do it in fire colors.
I was worried when I was looking at the size. I wasn't sure it was actually going to fit. It'll fit.
It'll fit. Well, and here's another alternative. People want to cry about acrylic yarn being plastic, so go get some plastic bags and make yarn. Then you're really reusing. And here's the thing: is when you're using acrylic yarn, you're actually recycling because it's made typically from recycled products.
From recycled materials. Yeah. I had some red yarn.
What?
I don't know where it is right now.
I
had some red yarn that was like sport weight.
Mm-hmm.
And it was literally recycled plastics.
Yeah.
And when I was working with it, it felt like it.
Yeah.
But when it was done, it was almost silky smooth.
Yeah. Oh,
it was so
shit.
weird.
I really should cut out that cardboard real quick. Because this is getting smaller like it's supposed to. And I'm not going to be able to stick the cardboard in there.
All right. So this is what kind of. Okay. So this is what I have so far.
We used to make mats with old pieces.
Can't really see it all that well, but.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
I can see a design in it, yeah.
There's a little bit of a design. Hold on a minute. This one you can actually.
What is it going to be when you're done?
A phoenix.
Phoenix.
No. I understand that.
Is it going to be a washcloth? Is it going to be a square for a blanket? It's going to be a washcloth.
Yep.
Yeah, is it going to be a scarf or a blanket?
And I'm going to go grab some random cardboard that, oh, look, there's cardboard over there that I have laying around for shipping boxes.
Like, for that stuff, just so you know, I like using cereal boxes.
I don't have cereal boxes in my house. The teenager eats a box of cereal in a fucking hour if I let him.
Oh, Jesus. So speaking of such things, down below are links to all of our personal social media. There's a link to Planet Flipside Market where you can get cool tumblers like this. Look. It's the beautiful straight savage man.
Oh my God.
Isn't that beautiful?
She gorgeous?
Look at that. Ooh. Look at that beauty right there.
Yeah.
That is one sexy lady. Look, he even got her tattoo. I love that. They got her tattoo. I absolutely love it. And then there's me looking all kinds of crazy with my half smile. He's obsessed with my half smile, I swear.
Imagine if I didn't have that tattoo anymore. It'd be so strange not being there.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
Part of you. I mean, if you did a cover up or something, I don't think it would bother me.
No,
just because there would be something there.
Yeah.
But getting it completely, well, you couldn't really get that one removed anyways. Well, you could, but you would have a scar. You would look like you're branded. That would look like a branding. So yes, you can get laser removal for tattoos, but the only ones that really come out and heal well are line tattoos. Anything that's filled, it looks like you've been branded. So if you said with something that has a silhouette that isn't like a shape, like my friend had a crescent moon tattooed on her ankle, and her mother, quote unquote, forced her to go get the laser surgery done. The first 5 doctors refused because all it was going to do is leave a scar bigger than the moon itself in the shape of a crescent moon. And she obviously wouldn't want to do it. So she took her daughter and finally found one that would do it. Even though the girl was 18, they did it basically against her will. She comes into my coffee house, this mother does, with her daughter, and says, see what you made me do? I said, first of all, I had nothing to do with the tattoo. Second of all, I'm not the idiot who had it removed. Do you feel better now that you put your child through all that pain and suffering and emotional upheaval for her to have a scar that's 3 times bigger than the little crest moon that was on her ankle?
Do you feel good about yourself now? Good job.
Guess what she did? Guess what the girl did? She turned around and saved up money. She got the phases of the moon 3 times bigger wrapped around her ankle.
Well, the
incorporated with a scar.
A lot of the reason people go and they have removals done is because doctors will explain to you that over time, not instantly, but scars will heal over time. But you may have a scar that's deep enough, right? Depending on the tattoo ink, the depth of the scar, whatnot, it will heal, but it'll take a fuckload of time.
Oh yeah, because some of you might see the one that's up here, like right here on my forehead when we're doing makeup table. That scar actually went from here, this way, from here to here when I was 5, somewhere around there. And now it's right here. Actually, Doll and I have very similar scars right there. But it's right there. And at the tender age of 47, it's actually starting to get more obvious that I have one.
Oh, fuck it. I'll just use, it's already across the room. Fuck it.
But some scars, like my C-section scars, the first time I had one, I came in after, whatever time period was after he stitched me up. I can't remember what it was. And he's looking at it and he said, did you just decide not to have a scar? Because I don't see a scar. I said, oh, good. Thank you. He didn't question the other 2. He was just like, yep. Then the second time I went in, he had a new person at the desk who didn't recognize me. And she's like, trying to talk me out of going there for some reason. I don't know what all was going on. And he comes out and he goes, just put her in 2.
Just do I tell you, woman.
Too. I'm sitting there. He couldn't figure out. I think he just took me on for all 3 pregnancies because he couldn't figure me out and I was driving him crazy. Because my OBGYN, before I became an OBGYN, he was an engineer.
Mm-hmm.
So his analytical brain could not deal with me being fat and not diabetic, not high cholesterol. I have almost perfect cholesterol and sodium levels. I have my good cholesterols are right on point. My bad cholesterols are right on point because you have good cholesterols and bad cholesterols. If you all don't know that, my sugars, my 18, having a 16-hour fast for a pregnant woman is mean.
It's hell.
That is just mean. You assholes who do that. Thank God for hubby and a computer. He sat with me in the hospital in the waiting room, and we watched Shakespeare in Love twice. It was sucky.
I'm sorry.
He was the only redeeming factor to that.
By the way, cutting a circle with regular scissors on cardboard sucks balls.
Is hard.
I'm gonna make
That's hard.
Circle type shape.
Very,
it may
very
not
difficult.
be a perfect circle, which is a good band, by the way.
7 scales. Okay, I did that right. Yay. So at the end of rows, sometimes it tells you how many stitches or how many clusters. Check. It'll make your life easier later.
Absolutely. Look, recycled an Amazon box specifically for this pattern. Get in your hole, you little fucker. Well, it's not. It'll work. It's not as big as it's supposed to be, but it'll work. You laughed when your OBGYN says, "Are you sure you're okay with this? I'll leave a scar." I was like, "Did you not notice the one that's already there? Like, I care if there's another." Oh,
yep.
Well, if you can actually see it.
That's very cool.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. It's cool. Very cool.
I recycle Amazon boxes to ship out all the time. Because I order so much from Amazon. It's just
I try not to have cardboard in the house because I live in Florida, but I do reuse them.
Hi, Wasabi. Look, there's doll. Look, dummy. Look.
Wasabi.
Wasabi, look. Knock down at my fucking lap. Look at the TV. Hey, dummy. Here, listen. Look at
Wasabi.
Do you hear that? That's doll talking.
Wasabi.
He's sniffing. Here.
He's sniffing at you.
Wasabi. What are you doing?
He's being a butthole. That is my couch, sir. No, thank you. We do not scratch such things. You're the reason why I have to already get a new couch cover.
You're showing off, Wasabi. Don't be an asshole.
Look, there's your doll.
Hello?
Hi, baby. Yes, those are my eyelashes.
Mommy, I love you, Mommy.
I love him too, even though he's a butthole. That's doll.
No, he's like, no interest, dude. I just want your face.
I just want you to eat your lashes.
Probably.
Give me your love.
He's a butthole. No, you are not laying next to me. I want personal space.
Oh, one of the bird videos that I watched the other day. It was so cute. The full-grown bird. This full-grown bird, and its head is down like at a bowl or something. You can't figure out what it was. All of a sudden, he comes up. He goes, "Peekaboo!" And there's little baby birds in there.
Oh.
And he keeps doing it. I'm like, oh my God, that's adorable.
It's the cutest thing.
Oh
Now I have to go get
God.
stuffing? Motherfucker.
Thank you, Mom.
I'm counting this first. I should be at 30. Okay. Ah, fuck.
Right. Dude, I have so many scars. It's ridiculous.
My favorite one is almost gone, which was right here, and it was shaped like a bear paw.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost gone. Now I'm really scared that I'm going to get burnt again because I never got a tattoo.
I have.
They say if you get injured and it is a shape that's like a spirit trying to get your attention. And if you don't want them to keep marking you, you got to mark yourself.
Hi, Bandit.
One of those things. My
yeah. So she's still mad. So I do have a lot of I do have a lot of scars. My tattoos cover up most of them because they're all from self-harm.
On my TikTok, everything goes to Right Love on her arms. That's my choice. And usually every year I do. I used to do it in public, but I don't because of the COVID. But I'd go out and sit in the park and draw Sharpies on people's arms.
Doll's contemplating something. It looks like homicide, but I'm not quite sure.
It's purely homicidal.
Oh, my eyes hurt.
Brittany, do you have Steam? Brittany.
I want to talk about it. You and your.
But I want to ask Brittany.
Starve with me.
I accidentally died in the game we were playing, and I tried to get up to the same place we were.
I'm
close. I felt bad though.
I really need to make a sugar scrub.
I was thinking about that too. My lips need it.
Yeah.
What do you use? I use brown sugar and olive oil.
Well, I used to use plain sugar and baby oil, but I don't have baby oil in the house, and I can't use real sugar. I can't use brown sugar. I might use stevia and some olive oil and see if it works because it's the same grit.
Is it? I use brown sugar and olive oil because I don't like the flavor of olive oil, but I like the flavor of brown sugar. And brown sugar is a little softer than regular sugar. And I like the flavor. I hate the smell and the flavor of raw olive oil.
Actually,
I like cooking with it. I like the way it cooks stuff up, but I don't like the raw, so the sugar helps me heal.
I'm a little bit of a liar because the stevia is a lot fluffier than regular sugar, but it's still equal to, like, if I was to put a cup of sugar in a bag, it would still be a cup of stevia.
You could do a salt scrub if you really just want to rinse. All you have to do is rinse. I do baking soda scrubs on my teeth.
I have a huge thing of Himalayan pink salt in there.
There you go. I need to wash my face with Himalayan pink salt tonight.
Poor doll. Like, I feel bad.
I'm so tired. Annoyed.
It's okay. You got a pretty face. I love it. She said.
Well, at 9:30, I'm going to be on Twitch. Somebody should come play with me.
I want to talk about that. I mean, I can, but you don't want me to do that on camera.
Don't promise.
I didn't promise.
I was telling you not to. Don't promise. And people wonder why we keep telling people that we're not dating. People always think we're dating. We are not dating.
We act like it, but we are not.
We do. Sometimes we act like an old married couple who are pissed off at the world.
For real.
But that's not true. It's not.
We fight like an old married couple sometimes.
You're an asshole.
Dude.
But nobody else can say you're an asshole but me.
No! Well, I mean, I can say it, but who's going to come at me?
Can I tell about the dream you had the other day about me?
Oh my God. So I got so jealous because Vixie was not paying attention to me and paying attention to another woman. So I pushed her.
Who was the other woman?
I was macking on another woman, and
who was the other woman? Like, I gotta find this bitch.
I don't know who she was. I have no idea who she was, but I know that
and my response to it wasn't, I can't believe you pushed me. It was, this is why people think we're dating.
I was like, Vixie, I don't know why I got so jealous.
I'm allowed to kiss who I want to kiss, doll. We don't have a contract.
I was like, I'm sorry for getting so jealous about it in my dream. She's like, it's funny. This is why people think we're dating.
See, and I have the reoccurring dream where Justin tells me to get the fuck out, and I'm like, I'll wake up and I'll call him, and I'm like, dude, I had it again, and I'm not even mad at you. I don't know why my subconscious is such an asshole.
I'm glad I don't. I don't think I've ever had a really bad dream about when I first had my eldest son. He wasn't even a year old. I had a dream. I didn't realize I was dreaming, which had never happened in my life before. Then I always know
usually when you're dreaming, you
about.
realize it's a dream because nothing in that reality fits.
I lucid dream a lot. I lucid dream a lot.
I sometimes
all
can't
I know
tell.
is somebody snatched him out of my arms and was faster than me. Took him into the dentist office. The drill started going and he started screaming. And I started knocking down doors and people and trying to get to him. And I couldn't. And I was so angry. I was ready to burn the fucking city down.
Do it.
And I woke up and I'm screaming and hubby just comes in with the baby.
Here's the baby. He's fine.
I was ready to just, it was terrible. It was the worst dream I've ever had in my entire life. It was the worst. And I've had some doozies, and that was just the worst.
I dream all the time, and it's like reality. It's all the time, and the problem is
hey, when
I have
go in my bedroom and get me the big box of stuffing and bring it over here, please and thank you.
So most of the time, like 99% of the time, they come true. So I don't like having lucid dreams because most of the time they come true. If I can't.
Well, my problem is if I have a dream about somebody, I have to contact them because something's about to happen. Just right here, or right there.
I literally dream like things. I had a whole series.
The impossible.
Like,
Funny thing. I had a dream about the ex, and then found out he was on the most wanted list and had to be arrested. And I was like, that's why I was dreaming about the fucker. What?
America's Most Wanted.
Okay, fine. No, not America's Most Wanted. The county's most wanted.
Oh,
the county's most wanted.
The next county over. But
so
it was just
he's going to get arrested.
He's already been arrested and he's already been incarcerated. I don't know if he bailed himself out or if they're keeping him because they're felony charges.
Oh, hubby just
aggravated assault.
Before we end the show, I got to tell you guys about this.
Okay.
So everyone, you've all heard of postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis. Yes. I thought I was slipping into postpartum psychosis, okay? Because I kept hearing the baby cry and I would get up, go into the nursery, and he'd be asleep, like completely sleep. Mm-hmm. Or he'd be on the other side of the house with hubby.
Mm-hmm.
So after about a week of this, I figure I've just lost my ever-living mind. Yeah. And I just might, and contemplating Baker acting myself at this point because I don't want to hurt the kid, because heaven forbid, right? So I hear it again. I'm like, okay, hubby, I need you to go get the boy and bring him in here to me. As he was doing that, I heard the lady from next door talking to my son. Realize we have our monitors on the same channel.
You were hearing her fucking baby, or she was hearing yours?
Both, actually. We were both hearing each other's babies. And we both thought we were losing our minds.
That's hilarious.
So, and here's the thing, it's like, that's a natural thing. It's a subconscious thing that mothers do after they have children. Like, I haven't had a child in over 20 years, and I still hear children crying in my house, and there's no child here.
Mm-hmm. It's your, wake up system. Wake up!
I'll wake up in the middle of the fucking afternoon, and there's a fucking kid crying, and I'm searching my fucking house, and then I realize I'm awake, and I'm looking for a kid that's not here.
Yeah. And here's another thing that started happening. Never had kids' toys in my house before, right?
Right.
So... And of course, my son likes the ones that are flashy and loud and obnoxious, right?
Oh, no, batteries die real quick around me.
Microwaves are beautiful things.
I'm like, oh, shit, it's broken.
You have to microwave ours because for some reason, my little techno mage, she bangs stuff on the ground and all of a sudden it works again.
Ah! No!
Yeah, microwave. Anyway, so... So for a few nights, I keep hearing, it sounds like rumbling, almost like a guy is talking under the floorboards, which we don't have floorboards. We have terrazzo. So if anyone doesn't know what that is, it's like stone and concrete slab.
Okay.
That's buffed high like marble. There's nothing under there but dirt. Okay, you can't lift this stuff up. It's heavy as hell. Yeah. So there's nobody under there, but it sounds like there's a guy mumbling under the stairwell or whatever. And I'm like, and then it goes away, and I'm thinking I'm hearing shit. And then my best friend Puck, he comes in and he's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh God, I forgot you can hear like I can hear." Because poor hubby has tinnitus and he can't hear well to begin with. So there's a lot of things I hear that he doesn't hear. And I'm like, "You heard it too?" And he goes, "Yeah." So for like days, every time one of us heard it, because it was only for a short period of time and then it would stop. For days we kept hearing it. It was never like around the same time or anything would happen at the same time, right? So finally one day, Puck finds it at like 2:00 in the morning. It's this soft book that we didn't realize you squish the pages and it had like pre-recorded stuff on it, but it was all garbled because it had been crushed so hard. And that probably something in the toy box would shift and hit it. He took it, he looked at me, and he walked straight into the kitchen, put it in the microwave. It was pretty. It didn't expire. It made sparklies, though, and it never worked again. But the boy got to keep the book.
See, and I thought I was going nuts for a long time because in my entire life growing up, every time it gets really windy, I hear sounds and voices.
Oh, yeah.
And for the longest time, I thought I was crazy until I met somebody else who hears voices in the wind. And they're like, "No, honey, you're a witch." And I'm like, I don't think that's the case, but we'll take it.
Welcome to You're Not Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, everything that happens in this house, the 113 or 14-year-old house that nobody supposedly died in, I blame everything on my dad, even though I know it's not my dad.
I love it. It's over 100 years old. And nobody's ever died there. Bullshit.
Right.
No one's ever recorded someone dying there. There's a difference.
Exactly.
Bullshit. That's the distinct spell of bullshit. One of my favorite lines of Practical Magic. That's the distinct smell of bullshit.
You guys,
Stalker Chain.
You all know that my house is haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had it on recording. So
yeah. We have, go back in the archives. It's recorded. We're like,
well, shit, when we were on Minecraft the other night, Daddy turned the lights off again.
Yep. That was kind of funny. It's like, damn, it's dark in here.
Dad, God damn it, turn on the light.
Okay. It's the top of the hour. I got to do my thing before I go on Twitch. So have a wonderful night. I'll see you all tomorrow, I'll see you at Twitch if you come over and visit Twitch. I'll see you all tomorrow, if not at
we have the makeup table tomorrow.
And then we have Dollhouse at 8.
Yeah.
The premiere Dollhouse. So tell your friends.
Got a job.
Yeah, because I got a job.
I gotta finish the opening. Doll's supposed to send me something.
She's like, I'm supposed to what? Look at that. Did you see the look on her face?
I know.
She's like, no. See, here's the thing. When Vixie tells me she needs something like a video or whatnot, I'm like, you have absolute access to all of my social media. Just go steal something.
No, this is
a voiceover.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of, I got to do that thing that you sent me.
Yes, you do. Because I need that for Saturday morning. So
you guys,
Mel did hers, and it's awesome. Just so y'all know. But hubby follows me his too, so don't feel bad. I live with him, and he follows me mine.
Just so you know, I've watched the opening to Cherry Rants I don't know how many times, and I know they don't count as views because I only watched through the beginning credits.
Oh, it does. It probably does count as a view, actually. They're real lax on their view time on YouTube. I don't know why. But, yay.
You guys.
I love the intro. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Trolls taste like chicken.
Oh, that's right.
And love your fellow human even if they're stupid.
Yeah. What she said. Vixie, help me out here.
We're all made up of
the stuff of stars. So find your spark. Huh?
That makes us.
And that makes us extraordinary creatures. So find your spark and ignite your passion because we believe in you.
And make your dreams come true.
And make your dreams come true.
because we believe in every one of you.
Yeah, what she said. And what she said. I'm going to get that right eventually. Fuck around.
It's okay. Mine's the longest. So I've been doing this for a long time.
I'm going to write it down.
It grew. People are only mean to you because they're jealous. Know that Doll and Sherry and Mel and I will always be there to pick you up when you fall down. Especially Mel. Always Mel, never Mel. Never, ever, ever Mel. So don't DM Mel.
But always Mel.
But always Mel.
But always Mel. And check out the links below. Blah, blah. More about links. Blah, blah, blah. More about links. Blah, blah, blah. I'm
click
talking.
The bells. Ring or click the links. Ring the bells.
My bell.
Descriptions.
Blah, blah, blah. Vixie Squad Coffee House.
Vixie Squad, one word, coffee house. And
one of these days, we're just going to tell the audience to type it all out for us. Whoever can get it the best wins the prize.
Oh, so please, but honestly, you guys, please like, comment, share after this airs, the replay airs. Please help us get to our goal of 500 so we can gift you guys, okay?
We are super close, guys. We checked, or I checked today, and we're at 325. We're like 175 away.
175 is not a lot. Most of you have more than that on your social media.
Yeah.
And if we all get on our social medias and start screaming about Planet Flipside, people will get annoyed enough to where they're either going to come check us out or unfollow all of us. And at that point, it's just the trash taking
and
itself
that's okay.
out.
We'll just take each other. We'll just stick up for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck around.
The angry eyebrows. Yeah.
I have kind of eyebrows.
You got ridges. Real ridges. All right. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy, the one who showed me now.